Hi all, this is Max from ZeroMax.com. So I have a brand new Sprint Evo 4G here, and we're gonna learn to root it. Let me show you what version it is. So I have an older video, and that only works for Android 2.2, but this is the Android 2.3. Whoops. Software information. 2.2. Sorry, 2.2. With the latest build 3.70.651.1. Alright, and also that's it. So it's brand new. So here's how to root it. First, what you want to do is put your phone into developers mode. So go to settings, right, and then go to application. Oops, where's application? Application. Go to development, right, and make sure USB debugging is checked on and click OK. Alright, now we're going to connect. This is on a Windows 7 64-bit, but you can do it on any kind of Windows. I'm not you can do it on Mac and Linux too, but this is just for Windows. It should be very similar. And just click charge only. Alright. And once it's connected, open up your device manager in your computer, and you should have this thing come out, ADB. Double click on it, and I'll have the links on where you can download the Windows drivers for HTC, and then just go browse and browse to the folder where you unzip the driver. And for mine, it's under the HTC driver under 64. It's a 64-bit driver. And if you go into all the folders, you'll come to the Vista _ x64. Click there, next, and it'll install the My HTC driver. That's what you need. Or you can install HTC Sync, but it takes you way longer. You don't need it. What's up with the bloatware if you don't need it? Right? And then also download the hboot _2.xx_soff-v 8.9.zip. That file contains everything. I'll have links to that. You should have already downloaded it. And then go to search program and type CMD, right? And let me adjust the camera so you can see the stuff better. So I'm gonna do this, and you can just copy and paste. Okay, when you actually do this, you don't have to actually have to type it. I will even show you. So these are all the commands you need to type. And unzip that hboot, this thing. Well, let me show you what files are in it. And all of these files, unzip it so it's easy to find into your C directory. And I put it into EVOroot. Can you see that? Yeah, EVOroot. So these are all the files I unzipped from the zip file, the hboot, blah blah blah. Okay, and then go back to your command prompts, and what we're gonna go do is cd /EVOroot, where we unzipped everything. You can do dir to double check all the files are there. All right, and then we're gonna start copying over all these commands. I'll have it on my blog post. So the first command is this one, ADB push root unrevoked forever SD card. So we'll do that, and it's going to start the ADB, and it transferred. All right, and if you get some error, that means you didn't install the drivers, or you had some kind of error. Let me do this. Get better angle. All right, the second command we're going to copy and right click paste. ADB push root mtd dash blah blah blah. Alright, and paste the third command. This is basically copying over all these files to the SD card. You can even just copy it over to the SD card. You know, unrevoked forever to the root directory SD card, mtd-emg.img to the SD card. This to the root directory of the SD card. And we're gonna just keep copying a bunch of files. This is gonna take like a couple minutes, so I'll continue after this is over. I think it's almost done. And if you get some kind of error that you know, your SD card is full, make sure you have enough space. I think you need about 500 megabytes. So don't be using a 2 gigabyte SD card and then, you know, run into this error. Make sure you have enough space. And this should copy soon. Almost done. So it's done, and then we're gonna do the next command, which is it's like a similar file, but -mr. So we're gonna put it in. Push means copy. ADB is basically you can talk to your HTC Evo to do a bunch of stuff like copy. ADB push means copy, and you can do ADB shell, which gets you into the actual shell, the Linux shell of your HTC Evo. You can do also ADB devices, ADB space devices. It will show you if your device is recognized or not. If it's recognized, you'll get a bunch of like weird numbers like H, TR, whatever. If it doesn't, it'll just show up empty. So it's copying over the second file. So I'll be back after that. That's gonna take another like 2 minutes. So. And by the way, a lot of people ask why would you want to root your phone, because you can get like stuff like free Wi-Fi tethering without paying Sprint. You can get, you know, it's good. You can overclock it to like 1.5 gigahertz or maybe even more. So that's done. And the next, well, let's go on with the tutorial here. And the next command will copy over this flash image thing that took like a couple seconds. And then we're gonna do install one of the files that I think we copied over. Just copy and paste this command, ADB this one. And now we've actually copied over the Z4 root app. So next what we're gonna do is run that app. Just go back into your there we go. Go back to your phone and then go to the apps, and you should see a Z4 app like that, right? And run it and do temporary root, and it's gonna run for a little bit and wait until it says it's done. And we're gonna go into the shell and see if temporary root has been achieved. Temporary root just means we can actually access the root file system, so we can copy the permanent root and whatnot. You'll get a blank screen, and then you get a thing saying that it's done. There we go. Now it's root operations almost complete, it says. Okay, now we're rooted until the next boot, it says. Now we can put the phone down. Let's go back here, and we're gonna type ADB shell. This will get us into the shell system. Now we'll do SU, and then you'll get a little prompt saying super user request. Just hit allow real quick, and you should have the pound sign, which means now you have shell, which is good. Now we're gonna do some couple of things. We're gonna save our 4G WiMAX, you know, RSA, whatever. Just save it, just in case something goes wrong. You can always restore your 4G access. So type that mkdir. Okay. Well, I already actually made it. You shouldn't get an error. And then type copy and paste this cat blah blah blah. The next line. Right. Basically, it's going to copy over the current the RSA of the 4G WiMAX in there. This is just, you know, just so you have it, just in case you lose it. And then the next one will basically store the OEM key into this file. All right. And that will do, you know, that's just an optional thing. I would have probably skipped it, but you can do it. It doesn't hurt. You just copy and paste. And the next command, we're going to do chmod 0755. Flash image. This is basically the file we copied over earlier up here to the data local directory, and it's gonna make it so we can execute it. And then we're gonna run the flash image to actually flash this image file. Alright, and that's done. And then we're gonna type sync, or we can copy and paste sync. Right? So that's all done, and we're almost done. We're going to do reboot bootloader. Alright? And basically your phone will now boot into the bootloader. So it's gonna reboot into the bootloader. Alright, so now we're in bootloader, right? And what we're gonna do, we're back into the command prompt, and what we're gonna do, type ADB push recovery, you know, backslash. Just copy that. Oops, it's not found. Hold on. What you're gonna do is actually, sorry, you're gonna hit bootloader or power button, and then try that. Oops, hold on. Try again. It just took a little bit of time, I think. Oh no. No, actually, what's happening is you gotta wait because we copied that file over, and it's now checking it. So now actually we're gonna install that first. Sorry, my bad. So wait until this is done. Actually, let me do this. That was the next step I messed up here. So that bar is gonna keep going, and we're gonna wait till it's all done, and don't press anything, and it's gonna check the file, and it's gonna ask you. Let me adjust the camera so you can see better. It's gonna ask you if you want to start update. Then you're gonna press volume up right here, okay? And this is gonna take about 5 minutes, and basically it's gonna install the rooting stuff so you can actually use it. So this should take about 5 minutes. So give it 5 minutes and we'll be back. All right. So we're rooting. So we're almost done here. You see it's updating the different files. So we'll be back when this is done. Oh yeah, what I was telling you about was rooting is that it's not dangerous at all. There's not really a way you can brick it. A lot of people think that you can brick your phone by rooting it, but this thing is so stable. Unless you did everything wrong, you can't do that. And also with aftermarket ROMs, you can get Gingerbread early. And also you can return it back to stock, and also you can back up your whole system completely, which is a cool thing. You can't do that with stock, right? So there's no reason to not root it, because it makes no sense. Anyway, we'll wait until this is done, and our Evo is almost rooted. So it's finally done doing its thing. So it's gonna ask you, do you want to reboot device? Click down, volume no, right? And then you'll be back at this menu, and go to recovery and press the power button. And then it should get you into a triangle, Bermuda Triangle, basically. So once you're in the Bermuda Triangle, we're gonna go back into the command prompt and do a whole bunch of stuff. So it should get back you into it. But if it doesn't, sometimes it gets stuck. If it takes like longer than this, we're just gonna reboot it and try it again. Okay, we're gonna reboot it. So a great way to do it is just have your case off like I do. I did right here. Oh, the lighting kind of sucks. Let me get my flash. So if you get stuck, actually I think you do get stuck. Just take the battery out. Good way to is just have your thing off while you root it. It's a great idea. And then put it back in. And then hold the power button down, or volume button down. Oh, there we go. So we got back into it. Actually, you know what happened? I think I just waited, and that's. Oh no. Now it's booting up. So now we're in the boot mode, and it's gonna check your PCM thing, but we just updated it, so we don't need it. Just let it go through and hit the volume down button, so it doesn't try to update it again. So we'll be back when this loads. And a great idea is to actually take the micro SD card out and then rename the card, so you don't have to wait for it. So we'll be back. So it went through that check, annoying check. Now we're gonna press volume down. All right. Do you want to reboot device? Volume down. And then we're gonna go to recovery and hit the power button. All right. This time it shouldn't get stuck, and we should get right into the Bermuda Triangle. Like 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3. Well, yeah, I count it. So we got the triangle. So now let's go back to the command prompt here, and we're gonna type all this stuff. ADB push recovery. This is gonna copy over all the recovery menu files, and which is the AMON recovery, and also we're gonna copy over BusyBox, which is the basic commands you need it, and also this command. You can copy and paste it. I'll have it on my blog post. And once you hit that, if you go back to the phone, you'll have the recovery menu. How cool is that, right? And we'll permanently install this on your phone, so you don't have to keep doing this over again. So the first thing you'll want to do is Actually, you know what? Let's do MSB. No, let's do flash from zip from SD card. All right, and we're gonna select unrevoked forever. Can you see there? There we go. And we're gonna hit the power button and power button again. And this will install the unrevoked forever. Basically what this does is turns off the signature checking, so we can zip any kind of zip file. And next what we're gonna do is MSB-US toggle, select that and hit the power button. This will basically allow us use the phone as a USB device. So now it's just popped up the SD card of the phone, and what we're gonna do is go find those files, the PCM 36 dash. I don't need this. Zip, right? This one. The one we already did. Just delete it. You can rename it, and then we're gonna rename the -mr, right? And we're gonna get rid of this and name it to pc36img.zip. This is so we can actually, because the system will check for it, and then we can update the phone with that. And that file has the recovery menu inside it, rooted ROM inside it. So once that's done, you can go back to the phone. All right, and then hit the power button, which will close that. And then I think we can power it off. Okay. Power off. Okay, and power again. Powered off, right? And now what we're gonna do is hit the volume button and hit the power button again, and we're gonna flash that PC36img file we've just renamed. It's actually a different file. Now it's gonna go through the check. It's gonna check the file, and then it's gonna ask you if you want to install it, and then you'll hit volume up. I know it's a bit. It shouldn't be confusing because it's just renaming those files, so we can. This is the different file. So we'll be back after this loads, and then ask us if you want to install it. Upon which we'll hit the volume up button to install it, and that will be like the final process of rooting our phone. So we're back, and we're gonna do volume up to start the update, and it's gonna start updating the Sprint Lovers ROM, which is rooted, and you'll have full root. When this is done, you can reboot the device, and you can also go back into recovery menu, and you should have that AMON recovery menu, and you can install custom ROMs, and you can follow my other articles. I'll have links on how to install. I have other videos on how to install ROMs. You can just follow that after you do this. And also I'll show you how to back up your actually I have a video on that, and you can back it up before you install other ROMs. So this is almost done, so we'll be back when it's done. So the final phase of the rooting process is officially finished. It's asking you to if you want to reboot, press the volume up, and voila, we have a rooted Evo 4G. And we'll go into start it for the first time, and then it might take a little bit longer than usual, and then we'll go into double check that it has root. Of course it does. So we'll be back when this boots up. Hi all folks, so it's still booting up. By this time you can probably put your back cover back on because there's no really need to do anything. So I'm gonna put it back on while it's booting. And you know, I'll have reviews and ratings of different ROMs for the future. And don't forget to check out HTC Evo hacks for all the coolest ROMs and whatnot. Let me clean this off real quick. Make it nice. And by the way, this case is really nice. I got it from free from Rinke. It's the Re-Earth. I have video on this, and I'll show you. And it's a really nice case. It's the best case I've used. I've used like 3 cases on my Evo, and this one is, very thin, and it even has even mimics the buttons. See how cool is that? And they have it for iPhone too. Also, I wish they had it for all kinds of phones, but you can't even get it on Amazon. You can only get it from their site. See, even the power button's copied, and it's very thin. It doesn't add bulkiness, and your kickstand still works. Like, I feel like a salesman for this. They should pay me. Anyway, it's almost booting. The first time it boots, it might take long, so I'll be back when it boots up. Hi all folks, so it's booted up nicely. So now I have a rooted Evo. Skip. Next. Skip. Finish. Let's go check out my 4G, see if it's still working. It should be working fine, just to show you. You can just use this ROM. This ROM is pretty good. Let me just walk you through, for those of you who root it for the first time. With a rooted ROM, the first thing you can do is, one of the benefits is that you can get free Wi-Fi, or not Wi-Fi, 4G, 3G Wi-Fi tethering. So the first thing you'll want to do when you get your phone, or when you root your phone, let me just show you the 4G, so it's working. And my hotspot is not gonna work because I didn't sign up, but here's how you can get it for free. I don't know why the carriers want to make you, make so much money. Like, they make you pay twice for the same thing, right? And what you want to do is go to Google and type, well, you know what you can do is, it also searches Google. If you just erase everything, type Android Wi-Fi tether. And also, if you install most of the ROMs, they come with this app, or they have the Sprint one hacked also. So just go here, go hit downloads, and download the latest. My 4G should pop up here real quick. Download that, the latest one, and downloading. Do it again. Oh, it's downloading. I did it twice. And download complete. Try to open it. It says install block, unknown sources. Click yes. Okay. Back. Sorry, I'm going too fast here. Go back to it. Oops. Go back to the first one. Okay. And click install. Oops. What happened? Sorry, maybe I'm going too fast. Oh, you know what? I think it just installed it, so maybe we already have it. So if I go back here, so there you go. So I've got free Wi-Fi hotspot without having to pay Sprint. You can donate if you want, and voila. And I got 4G and allow. Make sure allow. See, that thing popped up, which means your phone is rooted. So there you go. That's how you root the latest HTC Evo. Sorry for the folks that I couldn't make a video for a while, but I'm kind of getting back into it. So you should be able to root your phone, show log. It's working fine. I have 4G. I have this root thing, Wi-Fi hotspot. Let me just show you me, leeching off my own rooted hotspot real quick on my computer. So I'm gonna shut down my I have Ethernet actually on here. Change adapter settings. I'm gonna disable my local LAN. I'm gonna enable my Wi-Fi and then show you how fast it is. And then we're gonna go connect to Sprint hotspot. Okay. And yeah, did you hear that? Did you hear that beep beep. So if you look here, you'll see that my computer just connected. I think it's, there you go, that's my thing. Oh, and my thing popped up to say it's public. And let's go click speed test. Oops, let's go to test. And now I'm running off my 4G network on my Sprint for free. Sprint should be super pissed at me. Nah, they should actually give it all for free. Because people are gonna hack it and get it for free anyways, but they probably still make a lot of money from all the business users who need it. Well, my 4G is a little bit slow today. It looks like. Not even loading up. Oh, there we go. So let's just do a quick test here. See how fast it is. I have it on open network. And for those of you who have like the older, you got your HTC Evo like long time ago and you didn't root it and now you want to root it, you can actually use the restore it to the latest. Just do the OTA update to the latest one and then just follow this method. It's the same thing, you know, instead of following my older one, which is probably more complicated. So we'll do a speed test, and now we're done with rooting the Evo. Well, I'm not getting that much, just like one, maybe two. I don't really get great speeds on 4G in San Francisco in my home for some reason. Sometimes I get 3 or 4 other locations like Vegas or something. Anyway, that was how to root your Evo, and you can now download custom ROMs and follow my other videos on HTCEvohacks.com. So thanks for watching, and that was all. So that I spent all day rooting my phone. See y'all later.